Hello, welcome back to my Sim Cockpit big modification project, the wheel rims. Also lots of work to do here, main reason for that being that this quick release that I have been using for years now, still a great idea that I got from Mr. HP Ozone on YouTube. It's cheap, it works with a T500 with a bit of maintenance, but it's definitely not up to the task with a wheel like an OpenSim wheel, direct drive wheel. The forces are way too strong. I already get a bit of play here in this one with the T500, and yeah, the forces in the OpenSim wheel can be 5 times as much, maybe more. Yeah, more. So yeah, it's not gonna work. I have to exchange all of that. Luckily, let's put this back together. Luckily, guys from SimRacingCoach also sell these nice quick release kits. It's actually not a kit, it's just a single piece. It goes directly onto the wheel axle, and you just clamp it down. So a single piece quick release system built from aluminium. This is the new version, it just came out. They used to build this from 3D printed material, which from what I heard also works very well, but yeah, aluminium sounds better to me. I don't know, it sounds better. And yeah, nice piece really. I have ordered a couple of these, so I will be able to reduce most of these wheels here. Also, I built a couple of adapter plates, or actually I designed them and have them cut in a water cut company here in Vienna. It's aluminium. Also this plate here, that's the main thing basically. This F1 wheel, I can't reuse this because it's plastic, as I mentioned. Complete redesign. I've decided to do it proper, and I learned a bit of CAD and designed this plate here. Also water cut 5 millimeters of aluminium this time. And here's the back plate, 2 millimeter. More about these later on. This is the base plate, and it'll get nice wood handles. Looking forward to that. And also, of course, one of these. About the other wheels, I'm not sure yet. I will definitely use this one. Should be pretty straightforward, no electronics. I mean, it has 2 buttons, but I won't be using them for now. Oh, speaking of electronics, yeah, I won't be able to route the wiring through the hub. It's not possible with a direct drive wheel yet, at least. There are some wireless solutions, Bluetooth, but I won't go that route. I will just use a normal spiral cable. I will reuse I don't think many people use this type of connection. It's just a RJ10 or 11, the connector that is used in normal telephones. It's certainly not the best connection, but I have already used it in a wheel that I made for a friend, and it seems to work fine. And the good thing is, you can, if something breaks, I have a couple of those cables and connectors. It's no problem to replace it, so I will use those. Those 2 wheels, not sure yet. One of them probably, but I can't decide yet. This one is dear to me. It was in a car owned by my father. This one looks nice, but it's pretty heavy. I don't know yet. I won't be reusing this one, I'm quite sure. I mean, I could somehow reuse the electronics, but I don't know how yet. I will use the clutch pedals though. Not from this one, I have a second one which is broken. I will put them on this wheel here. Lots of things to do, really. Also magnetic pedal shifters, different versions. I will modify this unit here to reuse it on this wheel, I have bought another kit of pedal shifters for this wheel. More about those later. And yeah, I will reuse the shifters that were on this wheel. That's it. I won't have pedal shifters for this one. Anyway, lots of work to do, so let's get this going.
First I had to make the connection between the wheel rim electronics and the USB port of my computer. As I mentioned, I would use a spiral cable which you would use on a telephone receiver. Those are cheap and you can get them in sets of 10 pieces or so. They use an RJ10 connector, which I had taken notes last time I made this, so I knew which wire goes where, and it's perfect because it's 4 wires, 4 pins, like USB. So let's try not to make a mess of this. Success! Let's quickly test all the buttons and switches. While with the first rim, the problems were with how to get that pedal shifter unit in there. With this one, I had a different problem. If you saw that video how I made this rim, you'll know that this is actually the circuit board from the original Thrustmaster T500 F1 rim. And of course I couldn't continue to use this because I didn't have the base electronics anymore to connect it to. So I needed another solution. I thought about a couple of possibilities for this, but in the end I ordered a board from Leo Bodner, a 32 input board. I knew this would work and I knew I could make it fit, so I picked this one. To save a couple of bucks I ordered the version without any connectors, and I had this old Derek Spear board laying around which was broken, and I just recycled the USB connector from there. finally, I had done it. All the work. Finally I could try this baby out, and what a blast, really. It took so long, really, weeks, months. I think I ordered the OSW at the end of October or so, received it in the beginning of December. Yeah, now as I'm speaking it's actually March already. Designing, building and modifying all of this, the monitor stand, the modifications to the rig and to the wheel rims, that all took a lot of time. But yeah, it was definitely worth it, and now I can finally do some sim racing again. There's only one thing left, and that's the 6th and final wheel rim, probably the biggest project of them all, but I'll show you that in part 4 of this series.